If you are feeling lost or confused in life, this episode is for you. Today we are talking about what your role is in this universe, how to identify it, and how to align with it. And so my name is Tristan Garrett Mueller, and I run Real Occult, a numerology and astrology business that utilizes a multi-layered numerology and astrology system to help entrepreneurial parents eliminate stress, self-doubt, overwhelm, confusion for themselves and their family members. And so we're going to jump right into this. I have the personal belief that we're all born for a specific reason to fulfill a specific role. And so much like a bee born into a beehive, each bee has a different role to fulfill. Some bees are staying in the nest protecting the queen all day. Some bees are worker bees just plugging holes and building the hive all day. Other bees are out flying around pollinating as many flowers as possible. I believe us humans are very similar in the fact that we chose to be born into our specific circumstances with our specific imprinted energy so that we can learn the lessons we are meant to learn in order to fulfill the role we are meant to fulfill in this universe. And so from the first most big picture, bird's eye view, 20,000 foot perspective, you can simply look at the year you were born. And so each year is a universal energy for that entire year. We are currently in 2025. 2 plus 2 plus 5 adds up to 9 energy. Everyone born into 2025 is here to fulfill for the universe some aspect of the 9 energy role. Now, the month and the day that they are born, which finishes off in numerology their life path, gives us nuance and understanding into how they go about fulfilling that big picture role. And so the day that you are born gives you insight into the way energetically you are likely to go about fulfilling that role. And so your life path gives you insight into more nuanced understanding of the specific role you are meant to fulfill. And so you get the life path by adding up individually the month, the day, the year from your birth. That gives you the full big picture view of your purpose or of your role. The year gives you nuance into the year of your birth, gives you nuance into the generalized way you go about fulfilling that role. The day, or how you go about learning how to fulfill that role, I should say. The day of your birth gives you specific insight into your natural energetic tendencies and the ways you go about fulfilling that role. And so if you are a 5 life path, and that could be 5, 14, 23, 32, that gives you insight and nuance into more understanding of your role and how you go about fulfilling it. But the base energy itself, we'll just simplify it all down to 5 energy. You are a 5 life path. You are here to entertain other people. You are here to be social. You are here to help others change, adapt through versatility. You're a dynamic energy. You're probably going to go through 4, 5, 6 different things in order to come across the thing that you are really, really good at. This is all part of that energetic path that you are meant to live. So now let's say you're a 5 life path born with 2 energy. That could be the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, the 29th, you're born on one of these days as a 5 life path. You are here to inspire other people through that dynamic life path that you have of the 5 energy. The day energy, the 2 energy, gives you insight into how you go about fulfilling that life path role. So if you are a 5 life path born on the 29th, you are here to help people change by coaching them, by being able to give them guidance through your personal experiences. So now let's say you're a 5 life path born on the 29th in a 7 universal year. You are here to help other people change, adapt, be versatile. You're probably going to accomplish that through getting lots of attention. Once you get that attention, you coach people 2 and 9 energy, that raw, feminine, support, charismatic, intuitive understanding of other people, with the 9 energy of I've been here, I've done it before, I can coach you and help you improve, all happening in a 7 universal year of divine intelligence. You're hyper analytical. You are a retrospective thinker. You analyze what worked, why did it work, what didn't work, why didn't it work, and you take these lessons in order to fulfill that 5 life path role. And so now you can go one layer further by looking at your birth chart, which gives you insight into the accumulated karma from your previous lifetimes. And so the 3 levels of karma, we have accumulated karma, which is present in your birth chart. It's present in that life path, the day that you are born, the universal year you are born into. And so this is all accumulated karma. The current karma, the 3 levels: accumulated karma, current karma, created karma. The accumulated karma is that foundational imprinted energy into your birth, from your birth. The current karma is all of the current transits and planetary movements that are going on. So at the time of me recording this, Venus is in Taurus. Depending on what house Taurus is in, will have a different impact in your life. If Taurus is in your first house, that's going to impact you dramatically different than if Taurus is in your 9th house, as Venus transits through Taurus. And so that is the current karma. It is teaching you the current lessons that you need to learn through the experiences that you are experiencing. And now that top level, the created karma, is discussing the input-output cycles that happen every single moment of our lifetime. Newton's 3rd law: for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So we have these micro cycles that are happening second to second, full cycles. You have these minute cycles, hour cycles, day cycles, month cycles, year cycles, century cycles, all the way up. You zoom in and then you could zoom all the way out. Even multiple lifetimes, we're in different cycles from a lifetime perspective. Every incarnation is a different level of these cycles, or a different phase across these numerous cycles that we are all experiencing. And so you can get super, super granular. You can zoom way, way out. The natural energetic law: for every input, there's an equal and opposite output, holds true. And so the universe gives you these opportunities for you to give inputs. And based on the inputs you give, the universe, just like a parent, will give you different experiences to teach you different lessons. So let's say you have a lesson the universe wants you to learn this month. Today's a 5 energy day, so you have 3 5 energy days every single month, the 5th, the 14th, and the 23rd, to give the universe those energetic inputs that align with those days' energy. Now, we're not talking about the life path. We're talking about the specific day energy itself. And so 3 opportunities every month to give the universe 5-day energy inputs. Based on the inputs you give the universe will tailor your experiences in order to teach you the lessons you are meant to learn. And this is where that created karma combining with the current karma all on top of your accumulated karma comes into play. And so as you give the universe your inputs, you are showing what level of understanding or how far along you are, demonstrating the status of your learning through these created karma moments. And so if you have had 2 or 3 experiences that have been super, super painful and challenging this month, at the end of the month, you're going to get another opportunity. The universe will give you another opportunity to demonstrate through your actions whether or not you have learned. And now once you learn this lesson, you move on to the next lesson. And once you demonstrate through your actions, by changing your actions to get a different result, you can demonstrate you have learned, and now you keep progressing through these lessons in order to fulfill that ultimate role that the universe wants you to fulfill based on your life path, your birth chart, the day that you were born, the universal year you are born into. And so these different layers of energy give you insight into that role you are meant to fulfill. So you can, first step, look at the year you are born in, add up the digits of that year. That gives you a general bird's eye, 20,000 foot perspective into what energy you bring into the world. If you're born in, like I mentioned, born in a 7 universal year, you are here to analyze what's happening, what works, what doesn't work, why does it work, why doesn't it work. If you are a 5 life path, you are here to help people adapt, change, entertain them, getting attention. If you are born on a 2 energy day, the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, the 29th, you are going to accomplish that 5 life path. You are going to fulfill that 7 universal year role, the 5 life path type of activities, through that 7 universal year role by breathing life and inspiration into other people. That's how you go about utilizing that day energy to fulfill the role that your life path and universal year are telling you are meant to fulfill. Now, when you look at the birth chart, that's another layer of, okay, in order to make money based on your 2nd house and your 2nd house placements, this is a good industry to be in. Or based on your 5th house, this is how 5th house and 7th house, this is how you go about getting the attention you need to fulfill that 5 life path and utilize that 7 universal year role. And so that's where this multi-layered system comes into play. You have a lot of people who are very well versed in, we'll just say, numerology. Well, if something is super present in your numerology, but it is completely absent in your Western birth chart, it's completely absent in your Vedic birth chart, your Chinese astrology doesn't say that that's going to happen for you. Of one of the 4 big picture occult studies, you have this energy. It's probably not very likely that's going to hold true throughout your entire life. Now, on the flip side, if your numerology says you're meant to fulfill this role and accomplish this thing, your Western chart says you're absolutely meant to fulfill this role in this way to accomplish this thing, your Vedic chart says you're absolutely meant to fulfill this role in this way at this time, your Chinese astrology is completely supporting you in fulfilling that role in that way. All 4 major occult studies are saying, yep, this is what you're meant to do. This is how you're meant to do it. and this is the timeline that you can expect these things to happen for you in, pretty good chance that that is real. And that's why the name of the company, the name of the brand, it's all Real Occult. Because when you have these different layers and you can look at all of the layers, you can see the through lines and say, okay, this information probably super accurate for me. This information may be kind of accurate for me based on what I'm trying to achieve, but I don't need to put as much stock into that. This other information that's only present in one of these areas of study, probably can ignore that because it doesn't hold true across the other three big ones. And so that is a quick breakdown into how you can begin to identify the role that you are meant to fulfill in this lifetime and how you can actually go about fulfilling that role. First step, take a peek at that year that you're born, add up all those digits. What number is that? Take a peek at all of the numbers from your birth date combined. That would be the day, the month, and the year all combined. That gives you another level of understanding for the themes or activities you can expect to unfold and experience throughout your life. And then to give you a really good understanding of how you can go about fulfilling this role, how you can maximize your access to that life path. Look at the day that you were actually born on. That day is the key that gets the whole thing moving. Once you begin to align and utilize that day energy as your predominant way of acting, your predominant way of expressing yourself, how you actually go about fulfilling the activities and endeavors you set out to do, everything now begins to fall into place. Now you can take a step back and say, okay, based on my life path, these are the ways I can go about achieving my goal. Based on the year I'm born in, this is the role that I'm meant to fulfill for other people in order to accomplish my ambitions, dreams, desires, etc. And so if you have made it this far, you're still listening, I genuinely appreciate you. The universe wants you to win. This is the biggest takeaway from this entire episode. The universe truly wants you to win. It may not look the way you imagined. It's probably not going to be on the timeline that you would prefer. With that said, the universe is genuinely on your side. All you have to do is begin to align your energies with the natural imprinted energies from your birth. Take that year, take your life path, take your day energy, stick them in a line. That is your operating memorandum. And that's how you go about fulfilling your dreams, your desires, and the universe will genuinely support you in fulfilling the role that it wants you to fulfill. If you have any questions, you can always shoot me an email, tristan@realoccult.com. You can click the link in the description if you're listening on a podcast platform to send me a direct message. If you are listening on YouTube, go ahead and drop any questions, thoughts, opinions in the comments down below. I am genuinely happy to help you however I can. The universe wants you to win. I truly want you to win. I genuinely appreciate you for listening, and I will talk to you again soon.